Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and today I want to discuss this amazing trip I took to Sydney. And why was I going to Sydney? Well, it was very simple. I was there to deliver some very expensive wristwatches. Very wealthy buyers, so naturally when they flew me down, it was business class. Business class. And I had expensive cargo. I had some very, very delightful pieces to show to prospective clients. I very graciously entered the business class end of the plane, and this is a very enjoyable thing. I had a few pieces of my own. I took for comfort my World Time, my Rolex Daytona, my two-tone blue sea. But I was also there to sell a number of very expensive pieces. And whilst the time in business class was delightful, the highlight was an amazing selection of wristwatches that somebody like Archibald Chesterfield III, the only true YouTube guru, the governor's governor, would be capable of securing an interested client. So when this plane did land and my Rolex Daytona was used as the timer, I had the pleasure of seeing rocking horse shit. That's correct. This was one of the rarest pieces in the world. Rolex 1680 Submariner Red dial. However, not just any 1680, a very extensive history file came with this piece. Punch card papers from 1976. The piece itself had a box, inner and outer box, the anchor, an extra link, Your Rolex Oyster booklet from the 70s, not to mention absolutely everything you could hound. Everything from handwritten correspondence with Rolex to service history. The Rolex Submariner 1680 Red Sub. This piece itself had been extensively serviced by Rolex. There were a few little things on this piece. The hands had been replaced by Rolex. The bezel and the bracelet had also been replaced over the course of its service history. However, fully documented, and the big factor was the case condition. Yes, it had been polished by Rolex over the years, however, very thick lugs. Very thick. It was done very, very caringly, very, very sympathetically by Rolex themselves. This piece is a gem. This piece here is a complete time warp piece, and everything about this piece is highly collectible. I've had many Rolexes over the years, but I've only had a handful of Rolex Submariners with red writing. This piece here, if you want to know the mark of the dial, this would be a Mark 3 or 4 onwards. It's one of the red Submariners. Look at the Swiss T25, so it's no service dial. This is the original dial. No nasty engravings on the back. No, this piece here was bought by rich people who carefully used this item of quality and sent it to Rolex when servicing was required. Very thick lugs. Very, very nice indeed. The replacement hands fitted are actually tritium. That's right. Even though the hands were replaced, which is a little bit of a negative, they were replaced by Rolex for tritium hands. So these hands in another 20 years will match perfectly and will not be an issue at all. The piece itself there just has a lovely patina to the markers. Everything about this piece smacks of quality and care. These are the sort of people who would have religiously upgraded Mercedes-Benz after Mercedes-Benz because they know quality when they see it. This piece itself there had a bracelet which was fitted halfway through its previous owner's life, and it has aged beautifully to have a patina and a quality aging process on it. This piece itself is just gorgeous. The crystal is big and thick and chunky and meaty. Everything about this watch here just screams classic Rolex. Yes, I do enjoy my modern Rolexes, but vintage pieces are a delight which every Rolex enthusiast should have an appreciation for. This here is probably one of the most collectible wristwatches of all times. In fact, I believe the Rolex 1680 Red Sub is the better investment when compared to the double red Sea Dweller. The double red Sea Dweller may be slightly more valuable, but it's nowhere near as usable as the Submariner. And I say that because the Sea Dweller is really so ghastly, thick and heavy, whereas the 1680, in a classical sense, retains proportions that are just delightful to wear for the enthusiast to enjoy. This piece itself here is a gilt-edged blue chip investment for the Rolex collector who has a fair bit of coin. This piece is delightful, and I must say the owner of this piece wanted confidentiality. I respect it. I respect confidentiality. He did not want his name brandied about the place. He wanted it kept secret, and I've entered into confidential agreement with the buyer. But it does ask, how much did this piece go for? What did it end up selling for? And I offered this piece to a number of dealers, a number of wristwatch dealers and collectors around Australia. So how much did this piece sell for? Well, I'll get to the point. I offered this piece to a number of dealers and collectors, only to be lowballed by nasty, vicious, stingy fuckers. That is correct. They were very nasty, stingy fuckers. It's amazing how many top-end collectors in Australia think that Archibald Chesterfield III, just because I'm from Brisbane, may not have a sense of the international market price for highly collectible commodities. I don't need to speak with a fucking plum up my ass. I don't need to be at a Phillips auction or a Christie's auction to realize I have fucking gold in my fucking hands. So I'd like to say to all the cheap fucks out there, go fuck yourself, you cheap, nasty fuckers. You cheap, nasty fuckers, especially that foul fucking dealer in Melbourne, the pompous cunt who left water in a gold Rolex that he recently sold. I won't name this fucking vandal because I don't want to acknowledge the grub's existence, but let me say this. This piece here sold to a very appreciative collector in the high 20s, early 30s Australian dollars. That's correct, high 20s, low 30s Australian dollars. So, yes, I brokered the deal. I brokered it, and I must say it was very enjoyable to present this. So many nasty, vicious fuckers out there in the Rolex world think that the Rolex collector like Archibald Chesterfield III from Brisbane won't know the prices. Well, you stupid fucks! Have you not heard of eBay? I am the Pontiff's Pontiff, you lousy, cheap fucks! And I'm very, very happy to have sold the piece at what I consider to be a considerably fair price. Interestingly enough, once this piece had been sold, a rather vicious bidding war did propagate, with several collectors upping the final price, only for me to tell them that I don't deal with the grubby end of town. I don't deal with nasty fuckers who lowball me, hold out, thinking I have a desperate punter. No! I've done my homework. I have done my best for the client, and it's an absolute honor to present these sort of class of pieces on the Paul Pluta and the ArchieLuxury, Archibald Chesterfield III ArchieLuxury channel. So, this is the Rolex 1680. Would all you snivelling nasty fucks out there please like, subscribe, tell your circle-jerking friends, and don't forget to put some really nasty, foul comments down below. We love them nasty, foul comments. And I say, old chap, tally-ho. I had a fantastic time in Sydney. I enjoyed business class, as one would expected, selling a caliber of wristwatch of this standard, and yes, it was an enjoyable experience. So to all the nasty fuckers out there, go fuck yourself. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you lousy cheap fuckers think of that.
Afternoon is 1 hour and 14 minutes. My name is Zoe, your cabin super.
Cabin crew, disarm doors at cross check.
Wowzers. This is it. Fucking hell, it's beautiful. Dave, it's beautiful. Dave, that's fucking beautiful. That is a beautiful car, Dave. I love the white. I love the badge on the rear C pillar there. So classy how they... The finish is really good. Look at this, they've got little channels here. It's a high-end luxury car, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
not a piece of shit.
It's the GTS quadruport.
Oh.
So that tells you it's the GTS. That's the quadruport there.
Oh, quattroporte. 4-door. Oh, that's the watch. It's a fucking massive key. It goes with your ego, does it?
Yeah, you know you've got a fucking decent piece.
And it's fucking massive.
So Nando's.
So we're going for a drive now first, are we?
No, we'll get Nando's because it's just around the corner.
Oh, we're not going to leave my bag here.
Okay, we'll go for a drive. You have to go for a drive. We'll go for a drive.
Let's go for a drive. Here's your key.
Yep.
Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. Da-da-da-da. That's cool. Thank you.
And look at the back. Open the back. Open the back seat. You can open the back seat.
Oh, okay.
Look how much room you've got.
Fuck, it's like a limousine.
Yeah, it's a long...
It's an Italian, it's a corrupt Italian minister's limousine. You know, the really dodgy fuck who sold the rights to industrial waste, you know?
If you want to move the seat back, you can.
It's electric, isn't it?
Use the button on the side.
Got it. Do you love this car?
Yes, I do.
What's her name?
Oh, she's just my quadruport.
It's just called Quattraport. You didn't give her a name?
No, I don't give her a...
Like Lucy or...
No, I just call it quadruport.
You love the car?
Yeah.
More than people?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's a Quattraport, for fuck's sake. It's a Maserati, for fuck's sake. I love my BMW.
See, so you've got here, so you've got all these different, so you've got
Oh,
ice,
okay,
right?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Manual.
Yeah, it's just like an auto. It's just like an auto. Put it in drive and off you go.
Yeah, and then you've
Or
got the pedals.
do you use the pedals?
I generally don't use the pedals when I'm driving in.
You know what I love about this car? Even though I haven't got my seatbelt on, it doesn't give a fuck. They're Italians.
Yeah.
It's not going to chime like a fucking Toyota. You know.
It does beep if you don't put your seatbelt on in the driver's seat.
Oh, okay.
Not in that one. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck a passenger. That's the mistress.
Yes.
Put that bitch through the window.
Do you like the... and then on the side here, so I've got controls here. So I've got vented seats.
Oh.
So on the passenger, if you want to go vented,
Yeah.
you'll feel that. You'll feel that.
That's so cool, isn't it?
Can you feel that?
Jesus, nice. It's beautiful. And this is all leather, is it?
It's suede
It's
leather.
suede.
Alcantara.
Oh, fuck.
And see the red stitching?
Yes. That's extra.
Yes, that's all extra. Carbon fibre. This is all carbon
And the
fibre.
Maserati clock.
Yeah, you got to go the Maserati clock.
They all do it, don't they?
Yeah, it's traditional.
But it says GTS, doesn't it?
Sorry?
GTS on it, and a Maserati logo.
Yes. On this one it does because it's a GTS.
You're paying extra for that, of course.
Yes, you've got the Maserati there.
Fuck. Okay, let's go. Oh, you warm her up nicely. You just give her some... Fuck, this is a bitch to get out of, isn't it, or not? Hello, how are you?
Morning, how are you? Thank you. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Getting on the plane now, yeah, all done. Yeah. Definitely. It's Joe over the top. Gold.
I'm only signing it because it costs nothing. So this is the congratulations to everybody.
Thank you. No problems.
train into the city. This is where I'm staying. So this is St. James Station. So off we go. Off we go. Off the train. Here we go.
Take my eyes on me, my thoughts on me just grow and grow and grow. I am the best there is. I think that I'm so grand, so grand.
Hi guys, this is Glenn from Regal. How you doing this morning? I got a couple of ideas that might interest you. We import truck tires from Asia. We sell 1124s, 1122s, 150 bucks in a container load, of course, in a container load. Shipping is free. If you've ever thought of reselling truck tires, you can kind of, if whatever city you're in, people need truck tires. You could buy one container and resell it and make yourself some passive income. I can't say if you'll make it doing it, if you won't, but the average guy that resells for us makes around $15,000 to $18,000 on one container, and you can normally sell a container in 2-3 weeks. The other thing is, if you need less than container load, like 8 tires, 10 tires, you can go to our websites. www.newtrucktirestireyourdoor.com, www.newtrucktirestireyourdoor.com, and you can just place your order there. We would like to get more resellers in the United States, so if you're interested, it's a great way to make a living. But as I say, the disclaimer is I can't say what you're going to do. That's up to you, whatever effort you put in. But we do assist with advertising. We do help, and we care about our customers, and we care about you being successful. Of course, not everybody resells. They buy tires for their fleets and save a lot of money. But on the website, all the prices are there. You're welcome to just browse through it and look at it. And if you have any questions, call me. My number is 602-513-9896. Call me anytime. You're very welcome. I don't care what time of day or night it is. You're welcome to call me anytime. So Glenn is my name. So remember that, and if you need anything, give me a call. Thanks.